All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Art with Arrow podcast. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. It's Monday, the 29th, y'all, and this month is pretty much done. Man, yo, half the year is gone, everybody. It's nuts how fast time flies, man. You know, there's a lot of things I wanted to get done and do this year. I forget to do my intro. I'm scatterbrained. I forget it, y'all. I'm Arrow. I'm your host, an artist, graphics designer, gamer. Navy veteran. We do art and gaming on YouTube and Twitch, and the podcast is pretty much on all platforms. Pretty much. Anyway, it's been a heck of a year, and I know they just had too many games. I actually wanted to go to too many games. I never really get those type of opportunities to go to these type of events. I do want to make an appearance at an event at some point, when things I guess align maybe for me, or maybe hosting my own event. I don't know. It's so hard to get in with the clicky click people. So, I think the best thing for me would be to host my own thing. Just like do something local, something small. And if people show up, they show up. If not, they don't. It is what it is. I think I need to run something like that to kind of meet people and build up my channels and stuff. Collabs is tough. It's hard, because when you're not known, people don't really want to mess with you. But then when you get known, everybody want to mess with you. It is what it is, right? That's how life works, huh? It's who you know. It's all about who you know, right? You got to get in with the right folks, I guess. Anyway, things have been pretty decent this year. We're halfway through the year pretty much, y'all. And, our schedule has been off and on rocky. The beginning of the year was rough with my father passing. So, there's that aspect of things. There's like, it's been okay, man. I'd say it's been pretty good as far as like me trying to do the YouTube and stuff. We've seen some growth and stuff. As far as life, life has been challenging, tough. It's been rough in that sense. But just like everything, we're pushing through. I meant to get the chat browser for this. Let me try to see if I can get this real quick. This is something I always forget to do. I need to copy that and paste it in this OBS so I can have this doc, and then open that up, and then it should give me the chat there. Boom. Alright, cool. I could type this in just to make sure it's working and put it over here. Okay, let's see if it pops up. All right, chat's working. That's good. All right, now I can see things. Anyway, yeah, man. 6 months left in the year, and I know I had some decent goals for this year. As far as like growth. And I wanted to, like I said, go to an event. Wasn't able to make it to an event. So there's some wins, some losses. We had some wins in, I think, growth. At least on the gaming channel for sure. Not so much on the art channel. Trying to get this social blade up so we can kind of look at our growth. Okay, boom. So, as far as like the art channel, it's like getting some views, but it hasn't been growing like I wanted to, and that's okay. We've been trying to get at least two art videos a week, and for the most part, I've been sticking to that. There have been weeks where, like, I think this week we'll only get one art video tomorrow. But as far as like growth wise, it's been slow. On our gaming side, trying to bring that up now. Boom. Let's see, future projections. Future projections show us hitting our 500 mark in November. So growth there has been pretty decent. And we've been getting at least one video in every day, and one game stream in on Fridays is what we've been doing. But I'm with the new schedule, I'm trying to up that to 2 Thursday and Friday, and Tuesday, Wednesday art. So we're switching up our schedule a little bit because I think I could squeeze it in, but we're going to do the best we can to make that happen. So, as far as like the first half of the year, we've had some good growth on the gaming channel, small growth on the art channel, and things are moving up, which I think is really cool. Let's see here. What else I wanted to kind of, you got to celebrate your wins. Wins, even if they're small, you got to say, hey, you're making wins, because as far as the game, when we hit that 500, that should unlock that first tier of getting a partnership, right? So hopefully, but you need to hit the hours, which hopefully I'll be getting the right hours when time we get there. So, I just got to stay consistent. That's one of the things that I constantly talk about, when you are creating content, is to be consistent with what you're doing. Have your set days and stick to it, and for the most part, like I said, we've been fairly consistent with all our content. As far as like creating, I've been switching things up in that arena of how I'm doing the videos now. So I'm trying to make them a little longer. I'm pushing closer to the edge of 3 minutes, so 2+ minutes on our gaming channel there. On our channel, we're just live streaming the artwork now. So there's a little switch up on both sides there. One where I was just posting a video on YouTube for the art, and our videos, our gaming videos were very short. So like the little gaming news videos were very short. So it's still in the realm of a short because it's 3 minutes. I'm trying to push it up higher, but I want to keep the short. So I want to have a short and like a long video. So I've been trying to work that out, like on how I'm going to do that. It's something I'm still kind of working out. But I'm hoping by the end of the year I'll have it down where I can make like a long video and a short of the same type of content. That way you get 2 videos, 2 for 1 is what I'm trying to get to. Develop that 2 for 1 deal, So, building my built habits have been pretty good, I think. So that's good. As far as like the channel growth, we talked about that. It's been slow going, but the gaming channel is been pretty steady, and I think we will hit the 500, which we planned for at the beginning of the year. That's what I said. We set our goal to like get to 500. I think we'll hit it, before the end of the year. So that's a positive there. Now, as far as the art channel, it's like the growth is not coming in, so I don't foresee us hitting 500 unless I can get some of those gaming folks to push over, because I'm showing a downward spiral still on there. But, which is crazy because it showed like I guess I get somebody and lose somebody. I don't know why. It's very weird with the art channel. on growth. 1 subscriber in the last 30 days, which is crazy, because I've been doing at least 2 art videos a week. And we had talked about trying to like push that up and doing like some other drawings. But I gotta figure that out, like doing it on the iPad and recording and stuff. So still trying to work that out as well. I've always tried to stay flexible. I think that's a big thing. Staying flexible and trying to adjust your schedule and your plans to life. That's what everybody has to do. At least that's what I try to do, because my schedule is forever changing. Family life and schedule always changing. So, you gotta adjust. You gotta be flexible. I think that's a big thing when it comes to this content creation, is staying flexible, and fitting things in when you can. Sometimes you gotta make adjustments on the fly, and that's something to be aware of. So for the next 6 months, we're going to continue pushing hard on getting the channels to grow, as well as, developing the content further, and I'm going to stick with the plan. But it's just crazy to me that we're halfway through the year already. Halfway through the year already. It just feels like the year just got started, and it's already about to be July. Whew. Crazy. So, I think if I can get the more art content like I want to, the art channel will start growing, because it's been kind of slow, stagnant, I guess. But the gaming channel is on the up, and I am super happy about that. So it's kind of where we at, y'all. Kind of where we at. And it's the middle of the year. So, gonna have to stick with it. So, I think that's about all I want to talk about today. So today may be a very short podcast, but it's good. It's good. All the challenges this year, but things are good. And in some cases we're moving in the right direction. In other cases we kind of just stagnant. But yeah, I guess that's life. So I appreciate all my listeners and stuff. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube, Art with Arrow Gaming. And then also know that our podcast is on all your podcasting major platforms, including YouTube. So YouTube, it was just on the Art with Arrow channel. So we're going to go ahead and cut this short today, but I wanted to kind of talk about the schedule. I will not be able to do an art video on Wednesday. Got appointments and stuff, but I should be able to get one in tomorrow. So tomorrow, we should be good to get an art video in. Thursday, I should be able to get a gaming video, and possibly Friday, we should be able to get a gaming a gaming streaming. So Thursday and Friday, we should be able to get 2 game streams in. So that's our schedule for this week. We'll check back in July. I hope you guys enjoy your Monday. I know they got the World Cup, all this other stuff going on in life. So if you're paying attention to me, I greatly appreciate you. All right, y'all. Till the next one. You know what to do.